Hey gang, it's Maria here from GoalieTrainingPro.com, and hooking up with my friend Rick Kaselj. We're at our top secret mastermind in Las Vegas, and Rick and I were chatting. He specializes in exercises for injuries, so not exercises to make you injured, but ones to help you get back on the playing field after you've been injured. And we were chatting a little bit about stretching and multiplanar stretching that we talk about sometimes on here, and he's the expert, so I'm going to have him chat with you a little bit about how that can help you reduce your risk of groin injuries, for example, and keep you in the game longer.
As Maria said, my name is Rick Kaselj, and I want to chat to you about stretching. And how I end up viewing stretching is it kind of falls into two groups. There ends up being static stretching, so you're holding the stretch and not moving, and you're getting the muscle to lengthen and relax. Oftentimes, it's something that you don't do after your workout, after your practice, after the game. Then there ends up being dynamic stretching, where it's you're kind of you're going through various movements and lengthening out the muscle. So it's something that you can, almost like a dynamic warm-up, which ends up being like dynamic stretching, another kind of word that overlaps with the two. Now, a big thing that one needs to focus in on is, the body ends up working and moving and being stabilized in various planes of movement. And how to break that down is, we've got forward and back movement, and that's like sagittal plane movement. We've got side-to-side movement, so that's like frontal plane, and then we have twisting, which is transverse. So with hockey, you might go side-to-side movements when it comes to moving post to post, and that ends up being frontal plane work. But a lot of times what you're doing is a combination of those planes of movement. So you're moving forward, back, side to side, twisting. So when you're doing your static stretching and when you're doing your dynamic stretching or dynamic warm-up, you need to think about moving in those planes of movement, but then also combining those planes of movement. So let me go through some examples. So if we wanted to kind of focus on like frontal plane movements, in the groin or adductors plane, we're doing like a side stretch, like a growing stretch. I'm perfectly going side to side. But if I wanted to start incorporating various planes of movement, I would bring the leg back. Okay, so now I've changed my growing and kind of moved it in that sagittal plane, front plane. I can add some rotation in that hip. So I've got transverse plane, and then now I'm moving to the side.